Welcome to Banff, probably the most beautiful park in North America. My late wife and I recorded this back in 1989. Starting from this narrow part of Banff Park, we'll go by a couple of lakes to Lake Louise, then Yoho National Park, and back to Banff Park, to the City of Banff. The sign here tells us that small rock particles like flour flow from the glacier and into the lake, which makes it reflect the blue-green components of sunlight. Now this is Lake Louise, which is a resort center in the middle of Banff Park. Most of the water from the lake comes from that big glacier that's in back of the lake. As you can see, there's a lot of things to do here. Horseback riding, hiking, boating, several different things. It's quite a interesting and nice little town. You will notice that everything you'll see in this movie will be just the way you would see it in order if you made the trip yourself. Next we're going to Yoho Park, which is off a little side trip from there. And this is the Great Divide, which is clear up on the very top of the mountains, as high as you can get in these mountains. It's an unusual place. One stream goes down the west side into BC, and the other one goes down the east side into Alberta. Here we are coming back into the lower half of Banff Park again. We're going to see the southern half this time. Even though this is extremely rugged, mountainous country, there's valleys going each way from the glacier center, and the roads in the park are real good. We're now about ready to enter into the city of Banff, which is the largest city in the park. Last we'll see Kootney National Park and Radium Hot Springs, then Glacier and Mount Revelstoke National Parks. Now going west from Banff, Kootney National Park is the next place in line, and the first place of interest you come to is Marble Canyon. There's a park ranger that takes people on guided tours up the Marble Canyon to the paint pots, which are 5 miles away. This canyon is similar to the one clear up in the north end of the Jasper National Park, just a deep canyon. This is the old horse-drawn equipment that they built the first road through the park with back in the 1920s. These parks have many good facilities for camping and picnicking. This pretty little lake is called Olive Lake. Got a covered picnic area and wood.
Take a picture.
What?
That's where you put the wood. You just stick it in there on the grates and you cook your food right up here. Boy, this is
The last place you visit as you leave Kootney Provincial Park is Radium Hot Springs. They've got a couple pools here of hot water. This narrow canyon is the exit out of Kootney. Then after you drive about 85 miles, you come to the next park, which is Glacier. As you can see, these are real high and rugged mountains, so the highway department built these covers over the road to catch the landslides so that they don't cover the highway. Some of them are about a mile long. This is clear up at the summit of Glacier Park. It's really high up. You can't see the mountains too good because there's a lot of clouds today. But what you can see is just beautiful. You can tell by the blue-green color of this glacier that it's really an old one. Mount Revelstoke is about the last park we're going through on this trip. You know, about 30 years ago, a minister named William Branham was caught up into heaven. And after he came back, he told us that what he saw there was similar to northern British Columbia. Makes me want to make it there. You know, the same God who's fashioned this, one of the most beautiful places on earth, can also make something beautiful out of your life if you're willing to surrender your will to Him and to His Word. Most of us have to reap the consequences of sin first and come to a place where we even despair of life itself before we're willing to make a total commitment to Jesus Christ and to His Word. But living for Him is the only place where we'll ever find lasting rest and peace in this world as well as the one to come. He leads us as a shepherd does his sheep to the greenest meadows and the purest waters. I really hope you've enjoyed this trip. Thanks a lot for coming along.